Welcome back to LearnWire. I'm excited to bring this software to you today. I know I've had a lot of requests, so we're going to be diving into Dokey. Now, before I jump in, I actually want to make sure that I'm pronouncing this correctly. Initially, just looking at it, I naturally said Dokey, and then I come down here and watch the video, and Jay pronounces it like this.
Writers and marketers. Today I'm going to show you how to use Dokey, a powerful...
Okay, so you heard that. He's saying Dokey, and to me, it does not sound right. Dokey, for lack of a better word, it just doesn't sound very appealing. So hopefully that's not how you pronounce it. But either way, I'm going to say Dokey because that is, a couple of different ways. One, I actually go over to how to pronounce this, and okie dokie is spelt the same way. So Dokey, okie dokie. We're going to look at this, and we're going to also look at just the word itself and see how it's pronounced.
Okie dokie, okie dokie, 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 dokie.
Okay, so I'm back. So we're definitely going to pronounce it Dokey. If you watch this 2-minute video, Jay may say Dokey about 25 times, and if you're not pronouncing it correctly, hopefully they're looking up with the vendor how to actually pronounce it, but it just doesn't sound right to me. So I'm going to go with Dokey for the time being. So this is my official review on Dokey, and this is going to be, like right off the bat, is going to be a content optimization and content research tool that for AppSumo purposes is going to be a straight competitor or alternative to Neuron Writer. But if we come over here and we'll look for, Surfer SEO, phrase, market muse, alternative, and then a lot of you already have Neuron Writer. And it's going to be also an alternative to any of those other tools like Content Paste, Neuron Writer, Robinize, and so forth. So it's best for bloggers, copywriters, marketing agencies. You can integrate this with Google Search Console, and it's GDPR compliant. It has AI built into it, and you can white label with it. So we can go and we'll go check out their website in just a minute. You can watch the 2-minute video as well. But basically you can see right here that it's going to go out and it's going to research the top ranking content and top ranking articles for a particular search term on Google, like all these tools do. And then it's going to help you create an outline. After you have your content written, you can also go in here and fine tune it and optimize it to rank high in Google. So we'll go and check it out. And we'll go ahead and start off by looking at just what you get with the lifetime deal. You get all future starter tier 1 and pro tier 2 and business tier 3 plan updates. It looks like they're giving you everything in this lifetime deal that they would offer on the website, which is cool. Let's see right here. You can upgrade or downgrade between the licensed tiers right there. Like I said, Google Search Console integration, competitive analysis, keyword research. So we'll look at the keyword research feature. I'm always interested in that. Content structure, suggested synonyms, relevant questions, real-time optimization score, grouping of themes, text structuring, and languages supported right now: French, English, Italian, German, Spanish, Dutch, and all future added languages. So the AppSumo lifetime deal pricing is licensed tier 1. It comes in at $49. You get all of the features above, but you get 10 analyses per month, 1 user, and 100 pages per website. So this is where there's going to be a little bit of confusion, I think. But so are they actually saying that they can tell if you put in a website, you would only be able to optimize 100 pages for it on this plan right here, or saying that if you already have a 300-page website, it's only going to be able to analyze 100 of them? I'm not really sure. I really dislike when this is unclear and we really don't know what this means. You've got to offer more clarity. I'm sure if I come through here, someone would probably have asked the question, down below. You can go and try to see if you can find that out. But that part right there just is a little interesting to me because I don't really know what that means, right? But I do know what 10 analysis is per month. So right off the bat, I can tell you right now that I probably wouldn't pick up tier 1. I would start at tier 2 because you're going to get 50 analysis per month, and that is 5 times more than tier 1, but the price only goes up 3 times. So that's where you got to look at that, is that you are really getting a massive jump, a massive spike in what you're going to get right here. And then 400 pages per website, that's pretty good right there. And then you also can have a couple VAs on this because you get 3 users. And then there's the monitoring. The monitoring is, it literally will do basically rank tracking, keyword tracking for you right here. I believe that that's what monitoring is. And you'll also get the editorial calendar. So if you're going to pick this up, I would probably strongly recommend license tier 2 or higher. And it looks like they have license tier 3, and you probably won't have to really worry about the pages because it's 1,000 pages per website. Most people don't build more than 1,000 pages on their website anyways. Get a couple more users and you get 100 analyses per month at $249. So not bad. Let's jump in and go check out the website real quick. So here is Dokey's website. Save time, write powerful SEO content. And we can go and you can just look at it. It's a pretty simple website. They do have everything on there. Looks like a tool recognized by the best. Somehow they've got some different rewards or awards over here in Paris. It looks like it's a Paris or a French-based tool. We'll come through here and we'll just look at the everyday pricing on the website. And then you'll look over here and the starter plans at 49 euros, and then the pros at 149 euro, and business 249 per month. So pretty much the same pricing that you're seeing on AppSumo. Some Q&As, frequent asked questions right there. So really, I mean, this is pretty, I would say pretty pricey. If you compare this to some of the other tools like Surfer, this is definitely expensive when you look at like basically $150 per month. Actually, if we went to monthly, $179 per month just for to analyze 50 pieces of content. And most of you that are using AI writers, you're probably doing more than 50 pieces of content per month. So you really got to consider that when you're looking at this. That this really puts it into perspective of how good the lifetime deal actually is that you want to pick this up and pay just one time. I would actually probably just go with the tier 3 if this is a tool that you need, because then you can just be done with it, and at least you're going to be able to get at least 100 pieces of content using the tool per month, and you won't have to pay ever again. So super cool stuff. Let's go in and now jump into the app real quick. So I've already signed up. I'm running a free account to see what it's like to sign up for a free account, see what you get with that. And then, obviously if it's great and I feel like I need it in my business, I'll go ahead and pick up a copy. And usually I let you guys know if it's a tool that I am considering picking up, or if I do pick it up or something like that. All right, so let's jump in. All of the kind of housekeeping and background stuff out of the way, and now we do our demo. So we're going to create our first piece of content. I don't know what query I want to go with, so let me go find a keyword real quick. All right, so I'm going to put the keyword in right here, how to train your dog for Candy Cross, and select your audience. It looks like it defaults to France, and I'm going to go, and you can see that they have a lot of countries in here. I'm going to select United States. Hopefully in the settings, we can change this to always be at a default, but I'm going to go ahead and push the run the analysis. It says it takes about 2 minutes, and we'll be back. So you can see over here, it has an example in here already. Right here, you'll see what your score is and what the date is. Right now you can see live where it's updating. I like that we don't have to push refresh. You can see it just changed to 15%, 20%. So it's not too bad. It looks like it's pretty fast. And like I said, you don't have to push the refresh button to know if it's done. It literally will just show you right here. So it looks like it's already almost done. And then we can also come over here and see what phase that we're in. We are in the planning phase with this one right here. We're at 75% now, almost done. Okay, so it looks like it is done. So I'm going to go ahead and click the see the content now. And here we go. So check your top competitors to structure your text, get inspired by the best, and create your content outline. So right now we need to create our content outline. Bear with me. This is an unboxing software review. So I have not used the software. And so we'll see how easy it is to use. Just kind of looking around at the interface. It looks pretty clean. So it looks like you have your Google search results right here. Number 1, 2, 3. We can actually load more by showing more results right here. You can look at the top 10. It looks like it's showing us the top 26 results. And we can see what their scores are over here on the right-hand side. So we can see where the opportunity is. There's a video right here. So if you're doing a website in this niche, that might be good to try to get a video out as well to get more traffic. So that's what that would also tell you that Google is also favoring a video in the top results. But we have some right here, only less than 500 words and only a 61 score right there. So but at the end of the day, I mean, it does look pretty competitive. Everyone does have good content. We'd have to go and do a search as well to see what the domain authority ratings are of these sites as well. But we're not going to go into that in this video, but just looking at it. So I'm going to go ahead and show less results, competitors, headers, and then you have the akc.org, nonstop dogwear, dog fit, and so forth, right? So it's going to tell you how many headers they have. So what we're going to do is it's going to give us some more queries right here as well, what's popular too. So that's cool. I'm not going to use AKC, but I am going to use maybe this one right here, how to get started with Canicross, how to teach your dog. And I'm not actually seeing the one that's exactly says how to train your dog for Canicross. I'm just going to open up this one right here. So I think what we do is we just click on it? If we click on it, it's just going to open up the site for us. Okay, so nope, not right there. Okay, so here's what you want to do is you want to come down here and I'm going to go to the nonstop dogwear and look at the 15 headers that they have and double click no, but you just left click over here, add the text right over here, and it's going to add it to the right side over here. It's going to add it to your outline builder over here, right? It's telling us right here that it wants 2,100 words. You can actually change this if you want, but we're going to just leave it right there. Greater than 85% of the competitors if you go with the 2,100 words right there, and so forth. All right, so we're going to go and look at this, and let's just for fun, we'll just go and click some, and then we'll go down to another one. So you kind of look over here and see which article looks like it might be good. So I'm going to go with the blog.dogfit. So I'm going to go back over here, and I believe it's this one right here. It just says 2 headers right there. We're just going to go and see if we can find a better one. Let's go back over here. The sniff spot looks pretty good, and the pit pat. So we'll go to sniff spot right here, and we'll add a couple, and then we'll go to the pit pat one right here and open that one up. Perfect. So we've got this massive outline over here looking good, but then it also has relevant questions that are already automatically pulled up over here. So of course you're going to look and make sure you didn't already add it over here, but just for purpose, example purposes, maybe we can add this one in right here. Let's just add those to the bottom, and it just automatically adds those to the bottom. And then we have the themes right here. Different themes, not really quite sure what this is, but it looks like it's kind of a cluster of keywords. The themes correspond to the subjects that the competitors have addressed in the text. The keywords are displayed in their neutral form. Bot becomes buy. Okay, so it looks like it's pretty intelligent, understanding that multiple words mean the same thing, and kind of giving credit to that is what it kind of means to me, I guess. All right, so we have some different sections. What do we do after we are done with this? We have keyword suggestions. I'm going to just click this right over here. Keyword suggestions for the title. So does it automatically create a title for us? I'm not really sure, but it's telling us what keywords to put in our title right over here. But we kind of already know what our title is. I'm going to go ahead and just put that right over here. A complete guide, and then more keyword suggestions for the meta description. Again, this is not it doesn't look like it's an AI writer of any sorts. So we're going to need to go ahead and grab this and go somewhere to get a meta description. There's all kinds of things. Let's just go to Chat GPT real quick and look at this. I have not logged in for a while. Introducing AI PRM Premium. Of course, I knew this was going to happen. This is probably a paid tool. Must install a new extension. Remove here. None of your data will be lost. And there you go. So yeah, it looks like, I mean, you know that's going to happen, right? They have like 1 million prompts in here. They have over 2,000 prompts now. And at some point, it was going to become a paid tool. And that's what all these, everyone got so excited about all this stuff, but to use Plus and to use GPT-4, and now to use the AI PRM app, they're all premium now. So that's the way to go. If you're this company, you can't just offer it for free forever, right? I'm going to go ahead and say, give me a meta description that is less than 160 characters for the title. Boom. And we're going to get our meta real quick. And boy, oh boy, is GPT-4 extremely slow, almost not usable at this point until they kind of fix it up. But I'm going to go ahead and use that. And we'll go back over to Dokey, and we'll throw in the meta description right there. And we've got our outline. So then here's where, like, what do I do next, right? So I'm looking at this. It's saying that my overall score right now is a 55, and that's not even with text. So we're going to go and look at writing. So we've got this. Now I'm going to click on the writing button over here, write and optimize your SEO score, import content from a URL, or we can just paste, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to check this out. So it automatically brings your entire outline over here, which is cool, but I need to be able to grab this and go and create this article. And so I'm going to go and use Copy AI and just write, use the blog post wizard. This is still the fastest out there to create the article, but I am going to paste them all in, and this is going to take me 5 or 10 minutes to create this. So I'm not going to have you sit through and watch this. So I'll be back when the article is created in Copy AI. Okay, so we are back with our content pasted in to Dokey right here, you can see. And we are at the 2190 words out of 2150. So we met that criteria right there. So that turned green. That's pretty cool. We'll come back to the words and the content over there, but I just want to see what the score is. So we're already at a 75 right here. I actually used I was having some trouble with Copy AI, so I used Hypotenuse to write about half the article right here, you can see. And then I went into trusty old ChatGPT to finish up the article right here. And that's how I wrote my article. That's also something that's really cool. I think using a combination of different tools can be helpful as well. So we've got this giant article right here, and now we're going to look at this. We already have a green score, so it's telling us that we're probably ready to go and publish. I would run this through, fix all the things that Grammarly is telling us to maybe fix, and you could even copy and paste this into Grammarly to get even more suggestions and more corrections as well. But now we're going to go and look over here. I'm going to click on this See Details right here. It's going to say the meta title is 100, the meta description is giving us a 96 score, H1s. So I guess we need to put our H1 in here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy our title. And I guess we do need to put it in at the top. Oops. So I'm going to push return and go back, paste this in and make this an H1. And you'll see that this should change. Let's see, improve the scores of each tag. Yes, H1, it updated to 100 right there. And our score went up to a 91. Are you kidding me, right? So we haven't really done a whole lot other than use we used the article outline, right? So we'll go back over here. And I went ahead and deleted the outline that was in here. Now it's easy to copy and paste that and to share it with your writer or to go and load that into your favorite AI content writer. But you can always get back to what your outline is by going over here. I'm trying to see if there's a way to easily copy it. Once you get to this point where you've already came over here and you kind of removed the article outline, I'm wondering how you can go back and copy that if you needed it again for some reason, right? Nonetheless, just to try to show some of the features, let's see what the image looks like. You can go and image URL, alt text title. So you can add an image from a URL right here, which I don't really find that that's helpful. I like to just do that in WordPress, but that feature is there. You can do bulleted lists. You can add links right over here, highlight. You can easily add the link from there as well. So you can do some interlinking or external links inside of here as well. There's an undo, redo feature right here. You can import content and basically audit up an existing page on your site. So that's really cool. You can go and just paste the article right here, and you can smart import. It's import the main content of the page only without the header and footer. So it'll try to get rid of all this, the junk on the site that's not the actual content, or you can do a basic import all the content of the page, including the header. So you actually have the choice. That's pretty cool. So that feature's there. I think that's really neat. I use these tools mostly for starting from start to finish and not audit the content. I actually like to, create the content, then throw it in here, see where your content's at. But later on down the road, you might want to see where your content, how your content's doing months down the road. It's looking like H3s. It possibly add more H3s right here. Paragraphs. So we're in a lot of green right there. But what I will say before we move forward is that the score at 91, we didn't really do anything to optimize the content. We just wrote it into, AI generation tools, but we did have a really good outline over here. If we go back over to structure and just look at this, we have a really, really good outline that we created right here that is going to cover the topic in full, which is pretty cool. But I do think that this score is probably a little too forgiving. It's right out of the gates. We probably shouldn't have a 91 score, and that's just something that I'm kind of seeing with this. That maybe they need to be a little stricter. I was thinking maybe a 60 or 70 before doing any optimizations. But let's go and continue and look at what's going on with the words and so forth. What is goals? Let's see what goals right here. So diversify the keywords in the text right here. 23 points will be added to your overall score by completing this task, but we already are at 91, so we really don't need to increase a whole lot. Diversifying the keywords, diversify keywords in the title, diversify the keywords in the description, optimize the title's length. So we just right out of the gates are really hitting this really good. But let's go in here. So we have relevance, sort by relevance. You can sort by alphabetical or sort by occurrence. And we have some of these, like train is in here way too many times. This keyword appears too often. We need to take this, we're at 23, and we need to take it down to, I don't really know what we need to take it down to, but maybe 11 right there. But I'm going to go over here to relevance right here. So dog, we have it in there for optimal optimization. You should use this keyword more often. We only use it 47 times. Okay. And it's saying the minimum should be 70 times. So we could actually add dog in there more times. I'm not going to do that though. But you can see right here where it's going to kind of, once you hit this third gauge, I think that that's over optimized. So the optimization, the way I'm looking at this, you're optimized if you're between this, dash right here, -1 and -2. So here's a great example, start canny cross. So I'm going to just come over here and I'm just going to say start canny cross, and you're going to see start canny cross. Where was that? Right over here. We got to the 2. And so now it is optimal. And so that's kind of how you use this. And if you hover over this, wherever it's at in the article, it highlights over here. So watch start canny cross. We hover over that. It's going to automatically highlight. And you can turn that on and it'll just literally be highlighted, or you can turn it off. So there are some really cool UI features that I really, really like. It's very clean to use, so I like that as well. And it's a different way. I gotta admit, it's a little different to get used to, but the way that they have these keywords lined out right here, and then they just have the gauge and in between, you just want to hit the gauge in between those two dashes. I actually think this is probably the smartest, best way that I've seen the keywords kind of outlined. Instead of it changing green and all that, just the way that the other tools are structured, it can get a little kind of clunky, if you will. I like the way that this is structured. Like Candy Cross with your dog, it's recommending that we put that in there 3 times and we don't have it in there 1 time. So, and I just like how it will change from black to green and then red if you go too much. It's just super simple, nice and clean. I really, really like the way that they do that. Let's go click on text structure right here. So here's where we can get that outline. This is exactly what I was looking for. It looks like, but it doesn't look like I can highlight this. Okay, I can highlight it like that, but I still haven't seen a quick, button where I can copy our outline. That's something that they definitely need to think about doing. Other than when we first went into writing tool, the entire outline was here, and that's your opportunity to copy it. But I don't see where you can copy it after the fact. Even like right here, they're not really making it easy for us to copy the outline if we needed to. And then let's go. And I think that that's pretty much it. I'm just kind of looking, see advanced data. Okay. So we're looking at keyword occurrence right here. Optimize the content, the occurrence of your keywords by staying within the green zone, blah, blah, blah. So you have all these keywords right here, and you can look at this from a chart standpoint. I think it's really neat and cool, but I don't know how helpful that is to look at it from that angle. We can go to text length right over here, and this is where it's going to tell us where we're optimized at 2,200 words. And it's going to show us some of the other sites as well. And there's plenty of sites that have less than 1,000 words right here, less than 2,000 words right there. So we definitely have a chance to get into the top 5 with the content length that we have. I like how they have a little chart like that as well, and so forth. So I'm not going to get into any comparisons. Let me know if you made it this far in the video and watched the whole thing. I really appreciate it. I do these deep dives on this software. So go ahead and just leave a comment and just say, hey, I watched the whole thing. I made it to the end. Thanks, or something like that. And then also leave a comment if you want me to do a Dokey versus Neuron Writer. I can see how that could be a good video. There's already some things that I noticed that Dokey's missing that Neuron Writer has, and vice versa. But overall, looking at this tool, I think that this is a really, really strong tool. Let's go and look at the publication. This is, you're going to have your meta title, meta description, and this is where you'll be able to grab this. You can add a site to link a publication URL. You must first add a site. So it looks like we can add a site, and it looks like you'll be able to publish this directly to your site from here, or you can just copy the text, copy the raw text right there, or you can copy the HTML and just go plug it right in. So this is where you can grab the content as well without any just strip all the coding down to just what you need right there. So there's the publication button. And then last but not least, the monitoring. You can add this publication URL. Once you publish it on your site, you come back in over here and you're going to add your site and add the publication. And then you'll be able to go in here and it's actually going to track your rankings. And I'm going to come over here and look at this. It just says monitoring. I don't know how much monitoring you get, but they don't say how many, like 500 pages or whatnot. But I'm assuming that they're tracking it because they do have, a limit of how many you're going to be able to, but like if you get this plan right here and you use it for a year, you potentially could have 1,200 pages being tracked by the software is what it looks like to me. Overall, really clean UI right out of the gates. This could be an extremely useful software. I haven't tested it or done my case studies, if you will. But just a couple of little things, I'm a little worried about the score being so high right out of the gate without even doing any really optimization. That's a little, I guess just suspicious right there. Then maybe they need to kind of look at that. I don't know why it's faring such a high score right out of the gates, but that's the only thing I really noticed. And I think that for a you know, for the tool just launching, they're only going to be able to go up from here and add more and more features. I can say right off the bat, Neuron Writer does have more features. But this one definitely does look promising as the new kid on the block on AppSumo. I definitely would pick this tool up if you didn't have one. This definitely looks like a really useful tool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and leave a comment if you want me to do a comparison of Dokey and Neuron Writer. I will see you in the next video.